Okay, so many of you in 2020 have been messaging me, calling me. I just spoke at a recent seminar. And I had a lot of agents asking, Chris, how are we selling so many homes? So I thought I would do this quick video today, just really to talk about what we're doing, how the market is actually performing. And if you're an actual seller right now and you are on the market, maybe some of these little hacks may actually get you over the line. So I just want to talk about what we're actually doing in the process on how, because we're only just into February of 2020 and we've had over 35 offers on our properties. We've sold over 20 of them so far and we're only very early into February. So we've had a cracking start to the year, but there's a couple of fundamental things that we have been doing that has been working fantastic for us. And now we are in the Brisbane market and our strategies that we're using has allowed us to become the #1 selling agent in all of Brisbane. No one sells more homes than what we do. So we believe it works and I want to share some of those things with you today. So I'll run through the process of how it all works and where it really, from the beginning right through to the end. So the very first step is when we get that phone call, we go out, we meet the owners of the property, we do an appraisal, and really we just sit down and we talk to the owners just to find out what are they, what's their plans? Are they looking at moving? Are they thinking of selling? Do they want to sell right now? What's their timeline? Where are they moving to? And are they renting or are they repurchasing after the sale of their own property? So, and there's some really key fundamental questions in that I ask. And the biggest one that we've found is what I'm asking now, are they prepared to move? So are we going to be selling the home with them still living in the home, or are they going to be trying to sell the home vacant? And if that is an option, because what we're doing at the moment is just getting fantastic results for our sellers. So that's really the first step of what we are doing when we first go in. We ask a lot of questions and then we appraise the property and we talk about pricing, but mainly we talk about the strategy on how we're going to create competition between the buyers that increases their sale price, because at the end of the day, that's what our job is all about. So what we do, the very first thing is once we've listed the property, we get our entire team. So we have everyone in-house, we have our photographers come through, we get the floor plan drawn, we have our drone pilot out flying the drone to get the aerial shots and video. We have our own videographer in office as well that goes out and shoots these properties for us. So what we're doing is we're creating all of this content around the home. And then we actually, this is probably the biggest thing that we're doing very different to everybody else. So look, traditional agents will pretty much just get a listing and they put it straight onto the real estate portals. But what we're actually doing, we're working really closely with our buyers. And what I mean by that is we actually store all our buyers or our hottest buyers actually on Facebook, on social media, where these buyers and where everyday people pretty much spend the majority of their time. So why not talk to them through social media channels? So what we're doing is we list the property, we get everything all done on that property, okay? And then we pre-launch it. But if the property is empty, one thing that I'm doing, and this is where we're getting killer results, is we're actually staging every single home that's empty. Every single home. And it has completely transformed the business. We're selling our homes much quicker. We're achieving record prices, street records, even in this downturn market. And our sellers are just super happy. They just can't believe the results that we're getting. And we're doing it very, very quickly, because no seller wants to be on the market for 9 months. And you don't achieve a record price if you're on the market for that long. So we have 2 interior designers. They come into the home, they look at the home, they look at the size, they look at the tones and the colors, and basically they go back, they draw up a big mood board, they send that through, and then we give approval, and then they come through and they completely stage the home. Now, this is one thing that I'm doing. I personally did it when I sold my home. It cost me $6,500 to completely stage my entire home, but I did sell it on day one and I achieved $30,000 more for my home. And I'm in the game, and I thought I knew what my home would sell for, but I knew it was the power of the staging. So this is just now something that I'm offering to all of my sellers completely free of charge. That's right, completely free of charge. Now, I have a lot of people asking me, how am I doing it? It's irrelevant how I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. and getting killer results from it. So we come in, we make the home look amazing, okay? If they're living in the home, we have all the furniture. We've purchased all this furniture as well too, and we're coming in and pre-staging it as well to do with and work around their furniture. So either way, if they're in the home, we'll bring our own stuff. If it's completely empty, we get the truck, the interior designers, and we completely fit it out. Then, once we've done all our photos, we then launch it to Facebook, okay? And that's before we actually then relaunch to realestate.com domain and the real estate portals. And our closed Facebook group, no one can get access unless we give them the private code to enter. And so who these buyers are buyers that have made offers on properties. They've missed out on some of our properties before as well too, or they have pre-approval and they're ready to buy today. So we're holding in this group a couple of hundred buyers that are ready to buy right now. So what we do is then we pre-relaunch our property straight to them, and then we run a midweek open home. And I'll give you some examples. We did 2 homes in a suburb last week, and we pre-launched it on the Monday, and then we ran open homes on Wednesday afternoon. Both of them were in the same street, 2 complete different homes. Both were empty. We painted, we carpeted, and we completely staged the property, okay? So these homes were absolutely immaculate in the presentation, and that is the secret. That is the entire secret on how to sell your home for more money in a faster time. It comes down to world-class marketing, firstly, but the way that you present your property. So we had all of these buyers. So we had 15 buyers in total. This was before we even pre-launched. These were the 15 best buyers that we knew that were probably going to purchase these homes, and we were so right. Out of the 15, half of them made offers. So if you're on the market and you haven't even received an offer, imagine receiving 4 offers, 5 offers, 6 offers to pick from. Another one we did this morning, we had 4 offers, for the owner to pick from. It was under contract previously. It had fallen over. We'd sold some other homes in that time. They couldn't get financed, so we re-released it. And we've actually just sold it for $8,000 more the second time around because we've got the competition between our buyers. And what we've done is these buyers have come into the home knowing that we haven't launched it to the real estate portals yet, and they're making offers, and they're making insane offers well above where the seller's expectation is. And that's what our job is to do. So our job is to create competition, create that buzz, and create that want, but to make sure that we execute that perfectly. And we're doing that. So we're holding our buyers, what I call banking the buyers, making and pre-releasing properties to them. Even if I've listed another property and I know it's coming on next week, we're already telling these buyers, hey, this is what we've got coming. Don't go and buy anything this weekend, because they know they're going to get quality homes that we represent. So we hold them so they don't go and buy anything else. Then we launch our property, we get multiple offers, and we're selling for well above the asking price if we're putting properties with a price on them. So that is how we're creating competition. Make sure your agent is banking buyers. Make sure your agents are they're working closely with buyers that are actually pre-approved, ready to buy today. Buyers that have missed out on properties, they're the easiest buyers to getting to increase because they don't want to miss out again, because they're sick of looking. But the biggest secret is, and the number one tip that I'll tell you, if you are on the market and you can afford to move out, move out and stage your property. Get these professionals in, because it is a game changer. And that is why we're doing it now on every single empty property that we list. And we're doing it free of charge on behalf of the owners, because we're selling them for more money. We're getting record prices. Our photos, our marketing are uncomparable to anybody else's. Our buyers, when they're walking into the properties, they fall in love with it, and then they've got other properties to sell. They want the same service. That's what everyone is looking for. So if you're on the market, you can afford to move out, that's what I suggest you do. Stage your home. Because these buyers that are in the market right now that are buying, you've got to understand your buyer demographic is these buyers that are looking right now, they're watching The Block, they're watching Selling Homes Australia, they're watching $1 Million Agent, and that's what they expect when they walk in and buy a $400,000 home. They expect the home to be absolutely perfect. They don't want the gutters full of leaves. They don't want the lawn up to your knees. They don't want dirty ovens. They don't want fingerprints along all the walls. These buyers are so picky nowadays, and I think we are as consumers now, because we're in I want it now pretty much situation with the way that technology has brought this forward for us. But they're so picky, and they're more pickier than ever before. Over the 12 years, this is the pickiest I've ever seen buyers, and I've worked it out very, very quickly, and that's how we're still achieving all of these results. Like we've had a killer start to the year, and I can guarantee it is all down because we're staging homes. We've got unbelievable photos at the right time. Time of day is very important. You know, we're making sure carpets are perfect, the paint, the big ticket items. Okay, yes, I understand it costs some money to do that, to outlay it. But when you're achieving 20, 30, we did one the other month, we achieved 70,000 over. And it's not to be egotistical or anything like that. We actually, and they had other agents in, and we were all around the same price. But it was through our techniques and our strategies and the way that we work with our buyers and the relationship we have with our buyers, and then the way we pre-relaunch. All of these situations and these strategies were executed perfectly. That allowed our sellers to get that result. So if you're on the market and you've got some questions, please just give us a call. This is Chris Gilmore. We are found at chrisgilmore.com.au, or All Properties Group is the company that we work for. And just jump on our website, have a look at the way that we're presenting our properties. And if that's the way that you want your property to be pretty much styled, staged, or presented, and your agent's not doing that, give them a good kick up the butt and show them this video because it's working. Thanks for watching.